Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
I'm reaching my dreams with GUT. They're the ones for me. I'm reaching my dreams with GUT. They're the ones for me. Since 1983, they've been serving the country, and we like all their financing, giving the people what they want, what they need, what they love. Come and join the family that's here for you all the way, from birth to graduation, your first job to your home and your car through your golden years.
The GT Credit Union has been actively supporting nation building through its many sponsorships and programs, including financial literacy quiz, Pass the Torch Calypso program, junior cooperatives in secondary schools, CPEA, and the TAMCC grants. The credit union has helped many people make their dreams come true. Let them help you with yours. You don't have to be a teacher to be a member. So what are you waiting for?
GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
This is the GBN television news for today, Thursday, September 17, 2020. I'm Beverly Telesford. In the headlines, protecting yourself against COVID-19 can be unpleasant at times. A local man has invented a device to make wearing a face mask easier. Government lists people exempt from wearing a face mask during the COVID-19 period. And Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell explains cabinet shakeup. Coming up in sports, West Indies women assistant coach says players are adapting well to biosecure arrangements put in place for Cricket Tour of England. And in around the globe, Dominicans urged to stay clear of Soufriere area after reports of volcanic emissions. The details of these and other stories after this message.
Get high making money moves with the NLA's new Aces High Scratch game with 4 chances to win. Beat the dealer's card to win the prize shown. Reveal an A symbol. And just like that, you are automatically a winner. Scratch away to win the top prize of $10,000. Win easy with Scratch. Must be 18 or older to play.
Good evening to all viewers and the listeners on K105. This is GBN News at 7. Breathing through a face mask or keeping it on all day is difficult for me. That's the daily complaint of many. Well, one young man believes he has found a way to make breathing easier for people wearing masks.
Holly Roberts, a student of the University of the West Indies residing in the parish of St. Andrew, says he was inspired by his mother to make a product he believes will make the lives of mask wearers more bearable. The conceptualization began during the lockdown period, he says, using his computer to create designs.
Been issues with the fact that I had to wear it, and when you eat lunch, for example, you're getting the scent, you're getting all the unpleasant scent back. But to further add to that, my mom suffers from sinuses, so she used to rub Vicks and eucalyptus oil on her mask to help her breathe when she go to church with it. So I came up with the idea of packaging the eucalyptus oil in a diffuser, which will use clip onto the mask, which will emit the scents to you to help you clear your respiratory tract and have a more pleasant and comfortable experience while wearing the mask.
Before venturing further, the young man says he sought approval from relevant entities.
As of now, I haven't gotten back any official confirmation from either the Ministry or the Bureau of Standards. What they did tell me in the Bureau of Standards, though, they told me about how to package it and how to do the labeling so it could be honest and safe to the person so they know what they're buying into.
He explained that his creation is made using materials that are safe and eucalyptus oil, which he obtained from the pharmacies to create an infusion.
Onto the mask currently, so you could use any mask, a cloth mask, a scarf, the disposable mask, anyone. Right? How it is clipped on via the clip from behind. So you have this clip here, which you just punch a micro hole into the material like this, and it snaps on right? Like this, and then put the mask. And with the mask on now, the diffusion of the scent will go through and you'll get it into your nostrils.
2 droplets into the diffuser can last as long as 24 hours and can be reused on any mask. School children and first responders who wear masks for extended periods are his target markets, he said. However, anyone can purchase his products. Christina John, GBN News.
Exemptions for wearing face masks. Regulations to control the spread of COVID-19 is now under the Public Health Act. The Public Health Act was gazetted on Wednesday, September 16th and took effect today, Thursday, September 17th. We get the details in this report.
Under the Public Health Regulations 2020, some exemptions were made for wearing face masks. This applies to children under 5 years, as well as people with medical, physical, mental illness or disability, which inhibits their ability to wear a face mask, and those who cannot put on or remove a mask without severe distress will be exempted. People visiting the beach will not be required to wear masks once they are not within 6 feet of people outside their family circle. People entering business places will have to slightly remove their mask for identification purposes. The new regulations also grant permission for businesses to operate except those directed by order of the Minister of Health to shut down or give specific conditions for which to operate. These new regulations were published by government for controlling the spread of COVID-19 under the Public Health Act, which means they are no longer under the Emergency Powers Regulations. Christina John, GBN News.
Prime Minister for Grenada, Dr. Keith Mitchell, has stated that his midterm cabinet reshuffle is intended to broaden the experience of government ministers and improve their flexibility in handling the affairs of the state, while at the same time provide an opportunity for government to enhance its overall performance. More in this report.
In a radio interview Wednesday morning, Dr. Mitchell was questioned further about the rationale for reassigning the various portfolios. With respect to the Ministry of Finance, Dr. Mitchell explained that while it is in the norm for leaders to retain responsibility for finance, it is not the first time he has assigned that portfolio to another minister. The Prime Minister expressed full confidence in the capability of Honorable Gregory Boeing. For the first time, the Prime Minister has added youth development to his portfolio. He explained that this is an opportunity for him to leverage some of his strengths for the benefit of the nation's youth, as he envisions greater initiatives to further compel the development of our young people. The appointment of Honorable Peter David as Minister for Agriculture, Forestry and Lands has been labelled a demotion by some, but Dr. Mitchell said Minister David is considered one of the more people-oriented ministers in his administration, and it makes sense to have him bring that particular strength to the agriculture sector and create a greater connection with farmers and other stakeholders. On the separation of hospital services from the General Ministry of Health, Dr. Mitchell said it was critical to do so, as that ministry requires enormous human resources, given the vast areas of responsibility. Minister Delma Thomas, he stated, has consistently demonstrated that she is a people's person, compassionate and empathetic, and therefore a good fit for the job that involves caring for people. The change in the ministerial appointments will be effective on Monday, October 5th. For GBN News, I am Rina Pear reporting.
Grenada remains COVID-19 free, unlike many other countries in the region. What is really responsible for this enviable achievement? GBN spoke to one of the top health officials about this success. More when we return.
From Hillsborough to Point Celine, Flow has you covered. We value and support our future generations. We understand the importance of saying hello. Keeping you connected is our priority. We have been working day and night to improve our networks because we believe a connected country moves forward. We will continue to work to give you the best mobile LTE and home networks because with Flow, it only gets better.
envision more and get what you want with a Make It Happen loan from Republic Bank. Laptops for back to school? We make it happen. Home improvements? More space for virtual classes? That can definitely happen. What about a new car or a staycation? Explore paradise at home. Let us make it happen too. It's easy, quick, and affordable. Apply today for a chance to win US $1,000. Let Republic Bank make it happen for you. Call us today for an appointment at any of our locations island-wide or visit republicgrenada.com. Special terms and conditions apply.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Life can be unpredictable, and uncertainties can throw everything out of sync. In spite of life's uncertainties, Grenlec remains committed to providing you with consistent, reliable service. Persistent, outstanding balances disrupt your peace of mind and limit Grenlec's ability to provide the service you depend on. That's why Grenlec is urging all customers to bring your account up to date at this time. Please ensure that you pay your bill in full and continue to pay on time to avoid arrears and the inconvenience of disconnection. Call 237 for 24-hour bill inquiries or contact our customer care team urgently at telephone number 237. Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Our superheroes are all among us. They don't wear capes nor have superpowers. In fact, they appear to be quite ordinary. They are the ones who provide us with food. They are our farmers, our grocery store workers, our vendors. They are our fishermen. They are the ones who heal us, our doctors and medical practitioners. They are the ones who protect us, our police officers. They are all the other essential workers who make this period bearable. And how can we forget our teachers, dedicated to educating our children no matter the circumstance? To everyone who is doing their part to make sure the wheel keeps turning, Ariza says, thank you.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
There's a reason we have been here to serve you for the past 40 years. A reason we have continued to grow. A reason we have continued to celebrate. That reason is you. We have been here to help you plan for your future and here to help you celebrate your achievements. We continue to be here, even when the future seems unclear. Because one thing is certain, you're the reason we care.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back. Grenada is one of those countries with no recorded deaths from COVID-19. The number of infected cases reached 24 and all have recovered. And that's not all. Health officials have not recorded a new case of the virus in quite a while. What's the secret? The details in tonight's GBN Health complements Gittins Healthcare.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grandans, Victoria Street, Grenville, and Central Deputy Street, Wharf. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
According to health officials, the country remains COVID-free, and this has been attributed to a couple of factors. In an exclusive interview with Acting Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health, Dr. Francis Martin, he indicated that they were able to accomplish this based on certain mechanisms they already had in place that needed strengthening.
I think the main reason is because we had some semblance of what we needed to do when the COVID pandemic hit the world. We were not starting from zero. We had an existing pandemic plan that we needed to just tweak to be able to accommodate for what we were facing with the COVID. So we used that and recognized quickly that surveillance, and in fact port surveillance, was the main area, one of the main areas for us to start putting efforts into. And I think that bore fruit because we were able to identify our risks very early and were able to have the proper mobilization.
Illegal border entry remains one of the challenges faced on island. However, P.S. Martin says they have taken steps to guard as much as possible against it. He highlighted some of the dangers they were able to avoid as the virus continued to spread in neighboring islands.
One of the pitfalls that we were able to avoid is that of deaths. Having seen what was going on with the deaths across the world, we took some actions and some decisions that we've made to manage our hospitalized patients in the way we did, and that caused us to have 0 deaths. And that's because we probably chose to manage those patients outside of ventilators, for example, and use oxygen and other methods. So also able to avoid the pitfall of widespread infections and epidemics because we had very aggressive contact tracing with our teams going out and meeting people, and not just meeting them, but testing them and ensuring that their status was known, and we did what we had to do with that.
With schools and borders now reopening, P.S. Martin says it's doing so in a safe enough manner to avoid widespread infections and community transmission. The phased approach for schools, he says, is probably the best method at this time.
Oh, the potential area at risk in this present iteration, to my mind, is 2. One of it is reintroduction of COVID into Grenada. And that is a very real reality, because as we open our borders, and certainly as we increase on the number of persons coming in and the commercial flights, that definitely increases our risk of reintroduction of COVID. And so this is where we spend a lot of time now discussing and thinking at all levels, at the committee level, at the stakeholdership level, how do we mitigate for the reintroduction of COVID into Grenada?
Christina John, GBN News.
Grenadians and visitors to the island will not be able to visit the popular Anadil waterfall for a few weeks, as the site will be closed to facilitate upgrade work. Rena Pear has more in this report.
Grenadian siblings Zahir and Fiona Hamid, managers of Annandale Waterfall, announced in late August 2020 their big plans for the popular tourist attraction. On Monday, the construction phase will begin, and as such, the site will not be open to the public within the coming weeks. Zahir Hamid said the closure of the waterfall is to facilitate the upgrade of the site.
Now that some heavy renovation is going to be taking place, we are going to ask that we close our doors for the first time, I guess, because it's our safety protocol, and as we get ready for the COVID-19 protocols as well, we have to set everything in place so we can open hopefully next month. We're trying to close it for Monday, so we're asking everybody to please understand that we do have work to do, and passage in and out of the waterfall will slow down our progress. So we hope that everyone understands and is on our side.
Hamid explains that they have already done some work within the existing facilities at the waterfall, which include making them accessible for people with disabilities.
Yes, we have started some work. We did much cleaning and so on, but we did some renovations to the bathrooms as well. We installed a handicap and family room, so now we have handicap facilities.
Earlier this year, Zahir Hamid and his sister signed a 25-year commercial lease with government to manage the Annandale Waterfall and Forest Park. For GBN News, I am Rena Pear reporting.
Meanwhile, Tyrrell Bay Marina on the Sister Isle Carriacou has welcomed over 1,000 yachts this year, a milestone deserving recognition. Details in this report.
Grenada's largest marina, Tyrrell Bay Marina in Carriacou, is highlighting a high increase in yacht arrivals for the 2020 season. So far for the year, over 1,000 yachts have received hauling services, along with other services at the marina, 170 of which are presently stored on the marina's dry dock. Owner of the Tyrrell Bay Marina, Jerome McQuilkin, says the marina is harboring in excess of 50% more than it was last year, which now requires extra care and attention.
We're doing serious space management right now to really utilize all the space that we have available to us. We have a lot more to come in, but as we get deeper into the season, boats start to launch. We have a lot of boats from up north. So as we launch those, we have space for others to come in. So we rotate the space, we manage the space that we have available. We have bookings for probably 70 or 80 boats still, but if they all arrive tomorrow, we couldn't take them all.
He explains the dry side was the first phase of the marina. The addition of the wet side will soon follow.
We begin to work on the wet side. This is all the dry side where boats come out of the water and we work on them. The wet side are where boats come in and they take a mooring and they tie up in the marina. So we will go to working on the wet side as soon as we have the opportunity to. But right now we're stretched to the limit, just in managing all the services that we have available to our customers.
McQuilkin says the enhancement of 2 full-service marinas have encouraged more activity on the island.
Carriacou was primarily a transient destination. People would come in, spend a day, 2 days, and then go on somewhere else. Main reason for that was goods and services were very low, very small. There wasn't a lot available here. Now you have a full-service marina. You have 2 full-service marinas, ourselves and Carriacou Marine. Goods and services are way more than we had before. With the addition of Budget Marine, bigger supermarkets, better supermarkets, more bars, more restaurants, more goods and services in Hillsborough. The hardwares are stocking a lot more things for boats than they did before.
Tyrrell Bay Marina opened in the 3rd quarter of 2018. Joseph McKee-Smith, GBN News.
It's time now for another fascinating GBN ISA.
A good eye captures all. GBN ISA is brought to you by Clear Vision.
You
know us, but we knew. You feel at home with every visit. An experienced team offering personalized courtier service and trendy brand name lifestyle products. We're changing the vision care landscape one customer at a time. Clear Vision Eye Center. People and technology coming together to help you see the world with a clearer vision.
Local artist Nashan Jeremiah has done a series of beautification projects across Grenada, including a number of murals. Tonight we travel to the compound of the General Hospital, where one of the artist's latest murals is on the way. The artist told GBN the plan is to complete the project over the weekend if good weather allows it. We look forward to the end result. You can send us your eyes or submissions via our social media platforms or via WhatsApp on 405-3052. We take a break, but still ahead, more than $1 million spent on the school uniform voucher program for the new school year. Stay with us.
Real Value IGA Supermarket, serving our community. Think Real Value IGA Supermarket today. Real Value IGA Supermarket keeps the savings flowing when you use your Real Value IGA Supermarket frequent shopper card.
Excuse me, ma'am, do you have a shopper's card? Sure.
Real Value IGA Supermarket, where good food begins.
It's new, innovative and classy, and it cut above the rest. Your one-stop shop for bathtubs, kitchenette, customized doors and windows, and even a new paint job. We also sell quartz and solid surface countertops. At M&N Hardware, we offer best prices, excellent service, efficiency, and reliability. Visit us at Dusty Highway, Grandin, St. George, or call telephone number 440-6757. M&N Hardware, from foundation to roof. Let's build together. It's the craziest summer deal ever from K&R Bookstore. Buy one, get one free. Deals on notebooks, pens, pencils, glues, crayon, file paper, everything needed for the new school term. Deals also on office supplies. So visit K&R Bookstore at the corner of Young and Scott Street, or give them a call on telephone number 321-3500 or 420-3507. At K&R Bookstore, the craziest summer deal is on.
Imagine the world of Charles chocolates. Charles. Enter our world.
Missing the mass? No, here's an opportunity to win big with the Grenada Distillers Limited. Purchase any specially marked bottle of pure white or special dark for a chance to win. Look out for the Missing the Mass scratch ticket and win prizes instantly. Available at supermarkets island-wide. Prizes include mobile top-up, hydration backpack, domino sets, shot glasses, Clax Code product, t-shirts, and other Spice Mass merchandise. Plus much more. Grand prize, the ultimate Missing the Mass Clax Code beach line for you and 10 friends. Food, drinks, music, and more. It's the Missing the Mass scratch and win promotion. Clax Code Rum, Grenada's #1 rum.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use
use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/BassPay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
Welcome back. More than $1.1 million spent on the school uniform voucher program for the new school year, and government is targeting 2021 to digitalize the program. We get the details in this report.
Minister in the Prime Minister's Ministry with special responsibility for needy assistance, uniform allowance, special projects and ICT, Pamela Moses, says despite government's financial challenge, more than $1.1 million have been spent for the school uniform voucher program for the new school year.
Nearly 5,000 applications were processed, and this was done online, Mr. Speaker, for the first time. Approximately 12,000 students throughout Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique benefited from the school uniform voucher program this year, 2020. Mr. Speaker, many families are very grateful. Some said they did not expect any vouchers this year based on the financial state as a result of COVID-19.
Mrs. Moses explained what amount is given to qualified applicants.
All preschool children would receive vouchers valued at $50. One page is $50. A primary school student will receive 2 sheets or 2 printed sheets valued at $100. A secondary school student will receive 3 sheets that's valued at $150. There's a maximum per household of $450.
Minister Moses said that the school uniform program will be totally digitalized by 2021.
We aim to have the payment for school uniform vouchers in the future in the form of a code that can be just sent to your cell phone, and you can go into the merchant shop and so use it to exchange or in exchange for school items. This is our plan for the future, Mr. Speaker. This plan will shorten the process, it will reduce costs, and it will most definitely propel our little island, our tri-island state of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique in its journey to becoming a digital nation.
Cherry Blackburn Stephen, GBN News.
Opposition leader Tobias Clement has raised a concern over the use of government tablets issued to students for online learning. At a recent sitting of the House of Representatives, Clement commended the efforts by the Ministry of Education and other stakeholders in moving forward with the learning amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. But he warns that while the tablets will be configured and distributed to students, the devices can be used for spying.
To the Minister of Education, let's err on the side of caution and make sure that these devices are configured and configured in the right way so that our children and our families will not be exposed, not by government, but there's sometimes somebody sitting in a room and just say, let me see what your son is doing, or let me hear what is going on at home. So we have to err on the side of caution. You see, this COVID-19 now is exposing us to all different disruption, and we must be on our guard.
On another note, with close to 100 nominations received across the region, it is now the public's turn to help choose the first Caribbean unsung heroes in their communities. Just over 1 month ago, the bank launched a regional initiative to identify unsung heroes who have shown brightest in the darkest moments of the COVID-19 crisis. Nominees must have been residents in any of the CIBC's 16 territories. volunteered or been involved in any of the award categories: medical personnel, the protective services, and community heroes. That's individuals who, by their courageous acts, strength, and self-sacrifice in the service of a community, have made a difference to those persons impacted. The public voting period ends on the 26th of September 2020, and winners will be announced at the end of September. They will receive an e-check for US $2,000 toward a staycation at a local hotel of their choice. To vote for your first Caribbean Unsung Heroes, log on to their website or visit their Facebook and Instagram pages. Stay with us. The weather and sports is up next.
Communal, we are adapting to meet the changing needs of our shareholders and members. Times are changing, and with the changing times comes a whole new way to do business. Our parents may have done their banking a different way. Communal's state-of-the-art online banking and international debit card allows members to do business with great ease. It's like literally having a branch in your very own hands. Need a loan? Apply online from the comfort of your own home anywhere in the world, and your request will be dealt with remotely. Want to transfer between your accounts or another shareholder? No wait time for transactions to update. Voila! Who needs receipts when you can receive them via e-statements on your mobile device and save the environment? Not a communal member? You can join our family today by applying online. At Communal, we see you working hard to ensure that you save, invest, and grow. Communal. Join us today. This will be the best financial decision you have ever made.
Tropical shipping is fast and reliable. Always on time, safe and affordable. Friendly staff here to connect you. Tropical worldwide, you must get you. Shop online and you get it on time. Hassle free to meet your deadline. Consolidate any size, any load with Tropical shipping, so we ship everything. I can't wait to ship with Tropical. I can't wait. No package too big, too small. I cannot wait to ship with Tropical. No package too big, too small. Just ship with Tropical.
Local agents, George F. Huggins and Company, Grenada Limited. A telephone number 440-8787, or visit our website at www.tropical.com. Email us at grenadasales@tropical.com. Tropical Shipping, committed to island life.
Are you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements, or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 for 18-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Fallage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
It's now time to join Sigoni Mohammed at our sister station TV6 for the latest weather updates across the region.
You know, that bushfire situation becoming something more is actually quite difficult for many of you who may have asthma and respiratory ailments or illnesses, especially in a time where we have Saharan dust. So it's going to compound the situation for you just a little bit into the rest of this evening, but hopefully they get that situation under control and we'll see our visibility getting a little bit better in terms of where it's going to be into the northwestern portion of the island this evening. So with that in mind, let's take a look at what else is happening across the Atlantic. Bushfire activity aside, what we're seeing right now is that there is a lot of activity. We've been talking about it for the last couple of days. A tropical wave we're monitoring off the African coast that has the potential to move well into our area into this weekend. We'll be looking out for that. Then we have post-tropical cyclone Vicky as well as post-tropical cyclone Sally. Now, when we call them post-tropical, it means that they're no longer tropical storms, but they do have rain shower activity still associated with them. So they're pretty much dying out at this time, but they still pose a threat to life and property because it's going to be bringing heavy rainfall activity. And Sally right now, after making landfall just a few days ago, is marching into the coastal areas, the northeastern coastlines of the United States. We continue to monitor this one for you, and we'll give you more coming up in our world weather wrap-up a little bit later on in our newscast. Now, I am looking at Hurricane Teddy, and this is where many people are putting their eye on as well, because this is now a major hurricane of Category 3 status and above. Our newest addition as well, as of 5 p.m. into this evening, is Tropical Depression 22. That's the newest one, and what we're going to be looking out for this system is that it's going to develop in the Gulf of Mexico, and when that happens, it's going to take the last designated name for the 2020 Atlantic hurricane season, and that's going to be Wilfred. What that means for us is that when the list runs out, we start to tap into the Greek alphabet, and you'll find out more a little later in our newscast what that means for us in a general scope. For now, let's track Hurricane Teddy. I kept saying all week long, this is no teddy bear. This is bringing no comfort for many people, because the system, even though it's far away from the eastern Caribbean islands and not a direct threat to us in particular, it will be pulling up a lot of our sea action, and it's going to be bringing in some very large swells and some large waves into the area. What's going to happen as well is that a little bit of moisture is going to start to pull up with that. The ITCZ may be modulated a little bit, so we could see some rain into this weekend. Good news, right? To kind of help with all this heat, but that is also some of why this system is going to be impacting us indirectly, because it's also producing a lot of hot weather where we are at this time, just sucking up all that moisture in the open ocean at this point. So if we enhance this just a little bit, let me tell you where this system is actually going to go, and Teddy is going to move well into Bermuda over the next couple of days. So we'll be monitoring this one as it inches ever so closely. It's a massive system, Category 3 and above. It's a major hurricane. That means we're up to 8 hurricanes for 2020 in this year. It's a crazy year and a wild ride still to go, because we're only halfway through the Atlantic hurricane season. Can you believe that? But get this, for Trinidad and Tobago right now, hot, steamy weather all day today, and guess what? Tomorrow's not going to be any different. Even from tonight, still pretty warm across the islands, and we have that dust haze happening, as well as that little bit of smoke coming out of downtown Port of Spain. So you'll notice conditions are quite dull and gloomy, but we also have some partly cloudy skies in there, and that's going to be bringing in some light pitter-patter as the evening progresses into midnight. Temperatures drop to the mid-20s, so 25, 26 degrees Celsius for Trinidad and Tobago respectively. And then into tomorrow's forecast we go. As I said, not a big change happening here for you, but let me take you through it anyway. We've got some variably cloudy skies. We have that seesaw of sunshine and cloudiness as daytime heating picks up. Temperatures really ramp up in there. 33, 34 degrees Celsius. That's your forecast maximum for us here in Trinidad. The Met Service is expecting a high of 35 degrees into Trinidad's forecast tomorrow, so you want to pay attention to us on social media to find out if that happens. Tobago coming in at 31 degrees Celsius tomorrow. tomorrow, it's still going to feel wickedly warm. And when we have those cloudy pockets building up, you're going to see them, those really big clouds developing. That's the ones that are filled with lightning and thunder, and you're also going to get some gusty winds in there and some heavy downpours. So along western, hilly areas, even southern parts of Trinidad, isolated parts of Tobago, we are expecting some really steamy temperatures and some shower and possible thunder shower activity into the afternoon period. So you want to pay attention as to what's happening. And also, Saharan dust is still pretty much around. So protect your health over the next couple of days as well. That's wrapping your forecast for now.
Weather for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique valid for tonight and the following 3 days. Weather tonight, partly cloudy with light isolated showers. Tonight's minimum temperature 25 degrees Celsius. Winds northerly to east-northeasterly at 5 to 15 miles per hour, becoming variable to calm at times. Seas moderate to rough, waves up to 9 feet in open water. A high surf advisory is in effect, especially for the northeasterly and easterly coasts. Tides would be low at 10 p.m. and high at 4 a.m. Sunrise tomorrow, 5:57. Weather for Friday, September 18th. Partly cloudy, increasing in cloudiness overnight with light to moderate showers and a medium chance of isolated thunder shower. Weather for Saturday, September 19th. Partly cloudy to cloudy with moderate to heavy showers and thunder showers. And weather for Sunday, September 20th. Partly cloudy with light to moderate isolated showers. Stay with us. Sports is up next.
Missing the mass? No, here's an opportunity to win big with the Grenada Distillers Limited. Purchase any specially marked bottle of pure white or special dark for a chance to win. Look out for the Missing the Mass scratch ticket and win prizes instantly. Available at supermarkets island-wide. Prizes include mobile top-up, hydration backpacks, domino sets, shot glasses, Clax Code product, t-shirts, and other Spice Mass merchandise. Plus much more. Grand prize. The ultimate Missing the Mass Clax Code Beach Line for you and 10 friends. Food, drinks, music, and more. It's the Missing the Mass Scratch and Win promotion. Clax Code Rum, Grenada's #1 rum.
Free groceries for 1 year when you shop at the food fair. Up to $8,400 in groceries. Every $50 spent between June 15th and September 30th gives you the opportunity to enter into the grand prize draw for October 9th, 2020. Third prize, free groceries for 3 months. Second prize, free groceries for 6 months. And the grand prize, free groceries every month for 1 year. There will be exciting giveaways monthly. Food fair, where you can fill your baskets without emptying your pockets. This promotion is sponsored by Food Fair Supermarket, Dutch Lady, Chief, Promo, Danny, and Supreme. Social distancing and hygienic protocols will be maintained at all times.
Good evening, sporting fans. West Indies women assistant coach Corey Collimore says players are acclimatizing to the weather and the unusual biosecure arrangements put in place for their historic cricket tour of England. The visiting contingent, comprising of 18 players, arrived in the United Kingdom over 2 weeks ago. West Indies will be based in Derby for the entirety of the tour, as per regulations aimed at reducing exposure to the novel coronavirus. The Caribbean women and their English counterparts are slated to contest 5 T20 matches, all to be hosted at Derbyshire's Incora County ground. The first encounter is set for Monday, with the rest to follow on September 23rd, 26th, 28th, and 30th. In July, the West Indies men's team lost 1-2 to host England in a 3-test series, played within similar biosecure guidelines. The upcoming series is to be the first bilateral fixture for 2016 World T20 Women's Champions West Indies since facing India in the Caribbean last November. And it will be the first staging of international women's cricket since the coronavirus pandemic derailed the most competitive sports in March. for breaking records has become a habit for LeBron James. And on Wednesday, he broke yet another, becoming the player selected to the most All-NBA teams when he was selected his 16th in his 17-year career. The Los Angeles Lakers star moved past Hall of Famers Tim Duncan and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the most in league history. James was named in the All-NBA First Team alongside reigning Most Valuable Player Giannis, Houston Rockets guard James Harden, Dallas Maverick guard Luka, and James' teammate Anthony Davis. He also extended his own record for the most All-NBA First Team selections by being named to his 13th All-NBA First Team. He has been named in the second team twice and the third team once. The 35-year-old made yet more history alongside teammate Davis as the 8th pair of teammates to each earn first-team honors during a season. They were the first teammates to achieve the feat since Steve Nash and Amir Stoudemire in the Phoenix Suns during the 2006 to 2007 season. James and Giannis, both All-NBA First-Team, votes on all 100 ballots to finish with 500 points each. The former IAAF president has been jailed after being found guilty of corruption. This and more with TV6's James Saunders.
Well, former IAAF President Lamine Diack of Senegal was sentenced to 2 years imprisonment by a French court today. The 87-year-old was charged with corruption stemming from evidence presented to French prosecutors by the World Anti-Doping Agency that Diack had pocketed money from the Russian Athletics Federation to cover up positive doping tests. He was sentenced to 4 years in prison, 2 of them suspended. Diack was the president of the IAAF for 16 years up to 2015 and has been under house arrest in Paris since 2005. Diak's son, Papa Massata Diak, has also been charged with corruption but did not attend the trial, staying in his native Senegal, saying, "To submit to French justice is to put myself at the disposal of my enemies." Senegal has also refused to extradite him. It's time to take a look at what's happening in the world of sport linked to COVID-19. Tonight, the focus is on football and boxing.
We start with football. It's been confirmed up to 1,000 fans have been permitted to attend 8 different English Football League games this weekend as part of the government's crowd pilots. Discussions are ongoing between the EFL and the government about a return for more supporters from October 1st. Due to COVID-19, fans have not attended an EFL fixture since March. Still in football, every single country in Africa has applied to FIFA to access a grant through the world governing body's COVID-19 relief plan. Formally approved in July, the FIFA fund is making $1.5 billion available to its 211 member associations and 6 confederations. On Wednesday, FIFA announced that it believes the coronavirus pandemic has cost the global football economy an estimated $14 billion. And in boxing, Anthony Joshua's world heavyweight fight against mandatory challenger Kubrat Pulev will not be postponed again, even if it has to be held behind closed doors. This comes from promoter Eddie Hearn, who says sport can't afford to sit and wait for what might be. The pair will potentially meet on December 12th at London's O2 Arena, having originally been scheduled to fight in June at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Vinod Narwani, TV6 Sport.
And now for the probe around the globe. Dominicans were urged not to panic after the Office of Disaster Management, ODM, said it had received reports of emissions being observed from the Suffolk area south of here. He said these reports are being investigated and the public will be updated. The ODM is in contact with the Seismic Research Center of the University of the West Indies in Trinidad that is responsible for monitoring seismic activity on Dominica, said the ODM coordinator, Fitzroy Pascal. He advised Dominicans to stay clear of the area until further notice. Besides rivers, Dominica has no shortage of mountains. There are at least 26 mountains, 9 of which are dormant volcanoes, and the highest being almost 5,000 feet. Dominica has the highest concentration of dormant volcanoes in the world. Now, Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis pleaded with Bahamians to comply with COVID-19 protocols for at least 3 more weeks, as he gave notice that the country's state of emergency will extend until October 31st. More from Eyewitness News.
Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis gave notice today that the government intends to extend the state of emergency to October 31st. At the next sitting of Parliament on September 23rd. The current state of emergency orders expire September 30th. The extension comes as the Prime Minister indicated that there has been a drop in confirmed COVID-19 cases.
The medical team, health professionals have been doing an excellent job in conjunction with the Minister of Health. And we would note that the numbers are coming down.
But he also pleaded with the public to adhere to social distancing rules and refrain from social gatherings for at least the remainder of the month. As he said, the actions of the public will determine when the country will reopen.
And would help us in opening our country a lot sooner and would help them in returning back to their jobs, create opportunities for jobs, and I think it would help the country. So we're only asking, Speaker, that the Bahamian populace just make a 3 weeks of sacrifice by utilizing the mask. And yes, I know it's uncomfortable and discomforting for some, but what is 3 weeks of discomfort for a lifetime of success, both in the economic and for the future of this country? So I send out a plea to Bahamian people to be compliant with us over the next 3 weeks.
He said the Family Islands are doing very well, and many of them could soon be declared COVID-free.
That's the message we want to send out to the world, so that the world would come and visit our country and help to boost our tourism and our economy. But the Family Islands are doing very well. Harbour Island, for example, has no cases, and I'm happy to say that Harbour Island is free for all intents and purposes and can engage in the activities, but still follow the mitigation protocols. And I would be happy to stand very soon and declare that the entire Bahamas is in such a state.
The Prime Minister also urged the public to police themselves, as he says the Royal Bahamas Police Force is stretched.
They have an entire nation to manage, not only New Providence, but Grand Bahama, Abaco, Long Island, Cat Island, and they have a limited amount of resources. So just like I've begged with respect to many other issues that we may have had before, and he asked for 3 weeks of compliance so that we can accelerate the process and open our country as quickly as possible.
Sancheska Brown, Eyewitness News.
Further afield, Tropical Storm Sally is bringing torrential rains and flooding to the Carolinas and Georgia as it continues its path of destruction north from the U.S. Gulf Coast. It has already battered Florida and Alabama with rain and storm surges, downing power lines, turning roads into rivers, and leaving homes submerged. Coastal communities are now taking stock of the damage. 1 person was killed and hundreds of thousands are without power. And that's it for the program on the Globe. When we return, a recap of the headlines. Recapping the top stories this evening, protecting yourself against COVID-19 can be unpleasant at times. A local man has invented a device to make wearing a face mask easier. Government lists people exempt from wearing a face mask during the COVID-19 period. And the Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Mitchell, explains the cabinet shakeup. In sports, West Indies women assistant coach says players are adapting well to the biosecure arrangements put in place for Cricket Tour of England. And then around the globe, Dominicans urged to stay clear of super area after reports of volcanic emissions. Now, if you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it would be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Beverly Telesford. That's news. Good night.